All right, everybody, we are back at it again with another episode of the It Is What It Is podcast with Jared Smith. And we're doing something different this episode and probably moving forward. I'm going to start having my degenerate friends on here from time to time. So today, as we see, I have three of my very, very close friends, including Reg. So there's four, but you know, Reg likes to stay behind the camera. So I have three of my very, very good friends who are responsible for allowing the magic that the podcast has created continue to happen. So I'm going to give them a chance to introduce themselves shortly. But for those of you that probably are not hip, please follow us all on our IGs, especially the podcast page at _IIWII_podcast. And follow me on my personal Instagram at JaredS_77. But like always, my Instagram handle is going to be at the bottom of, you know, when Reg works his magic. So enough about me. I'm going to go around the room and have my friends introduce themselves. So I'm picking on you all night. So feel free to introduce yourself, Nick.
We going full government or?
You can do whatever it is you want.
What do you want to call you?
Nick Scott.
Nick, stop.
Big Daddy Nick.
He got the Astro World pants on.
Come on, son. Nick Thompson. I'm supposed to be where I'm from or not?
Whatever you want to do.
Nah, just Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson, what's your sign, bro? What's your sign?
No, we're not doing
You know what?
Definitely not doing
Wouldn't they be watching the show too, bro?
Look, they gonna find out.
Mysterious.
They like the mysterious.
But one of his fashion inspirations is Travis Scott.
No, it's not. Yo, stop playing.
All right. Next, but before he says anything, this guy is about to be so fake shy. This guy is the mastermind, the wizard behind all of the intro music from the past 3 seasons. So we're gonna give him a round of applause. I forgot which one is which, Reg. How do I go back? How do I do it?
Just hit the music on the top.
The music button. Sorry guys, I'm technical.
You see the timer? You see the blue flag?
That?
Yeah. And
oh, thank you, Feek. Feek, thanks for helping me out, bro.
Yeah. You're gonna boo me.
Sorry, but for my guy right here, man, this guy gets a definite round of applause. So he's making his podcast debut, so we are honored. So please introduce yourself.
It's Murky Beats. Yeah, I guess that's all you need to know. You get it, like, you feel me? The name tells us, gives the story itself. You feel me? I produce music. I be around, but I stay low key. You feel me? I just do what it do.
It took a lot to get him out here today. All right, now we already know who this guy is. He needs no introduction, so we're just gonna move on.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Wow,
I love this guy.
I thought I was gonna inspire you to bring back season 3. Like, what happened to that? What happened to that? Me and Reg.
You guys did. But go ahead.
I'm Feek, and Feek Trust on Instagram. I'm the host of Pregame on Cloud Feek on the Playmaker podcast. This is my man Jared. We connected about less than a year ago. And
it's been less than a year?
I don't.
Nah, it's 2 years, bro.
It's been 2 years?
I think so.
2 years?
No. Wait, no.
If we were women, we would have broke up as friends. Oh my God, you got
I know, right? No, for no. So we're about to divulge into how we all met in a second. So that whole Sin City thing, that was less than a year ago.
When we went to Sin City,
That was after COVID, bro.
it was after COVID, but it wasn't.
It wasn't like fresh after COVID though.
Was it summertime?
It was summertime.
I think it was summertime. Yeah.
So I said less than a year. It had to be because we didn't go 2 summers. I didn't know y'all before last Christmas, did I? That's what I'm saying.
No.
I don't think so.
It had to be less than a year. Maybe it's about the year mark. I think.
Okay.
Personally, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Because I felt like I know you my whole life.
Let's chalk it up for 2 years then.
Maybe.
All right, we're gonna round it up to 2 years.
Round it to 2 years.
But I'm sorry, Feet. Continue.
No, you good. That's all. The more the better. You know. Hey, I'm here. You know. Check out the pod, and let's go.
Alrighty. He's also a little nervous. This is his first time being a guest on somebody else's show, so we're honored. So I'm not gonna boo you. I'm gonna give you a.
Yeah,
DJ Coolbomb. All right, so before we jump into the topics, I wanted to do a little bit of an icebreaker. So there's something that's been bothering me probably for like the past month, and I feel like what I'm about to say is a take that's been very, very disrespected. So we're gonna jump right into it. What do you guys think is the best cereal ever made? And all of y'all are gonna have the wrong answers, I guarantee it. But go ahead. Wrong. Go ahead. Nick. With berries or without berries?
Captain Crunch.
With berries or without berries?
Captain Crunch.
Without berries, so he's double
I
wrong.
think it means both. I think he means either or.
No,
Like,
he
don't
probably like
matter.
the
If it's Captain Crunch,
he's probably like the peanut butter joints.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Merc likes the peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna be on some real healthy shit and say Special K, but
Oh, this is female.
Okay, Karen.
no.
Okay, Karen.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna say.
That's that shit
Yeah,
though.
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, I really bang with Lucky Charms, but the best cereal to me is the bag cereal, bro. And I'll never remember the names because I just like the bag cereal's always
Oh, the
best.
off-brand ones.
Always the best, bro. They do more
Like instead of
sugar,
Frosted
more less
Flakes,
kid,
Snowflakes,
all that
and
stuff. Yeah.
All right, so all of y'all are wrong. Reg, what do you think the best cereal is?
I was a cinnamon toast crunch type of
All
thing.
right, you're wrong too.
All right, bet.
What's your wagon?
Bro, the best cereal in the entire world, and nobody is gonna understand this, is King Vitamin. Does anybody remember? See, no,
There we go.
Vitamin.
yo,
He's old.
yo, no, I'm gonna
Hit the
show no.
wah.
Yeah, hit that
First off, DJ Clue Bomb for King Vitamin. All my real cereal eaters know what King Vitamin is, so I'm gonna show y'all what it is first. Hold on a second.
Nah, you look like a Kicks kid.
Yeah.
Kix wasn't that bad though. No, dried Kix slapped though. Without the milk.
All right,
Yeah, without the milk.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Milk was crazy.
Hold on a second. I'm buying y'all all a box of King Vitamin.
They're not sponsored, or is that outdated?
No, it's outdated. You can only buy this shit on Amazon.
Hey.
Y'all don't remember this? Y'all never seen this?
No, what in the?
Y'all never seen it? You never seen this?
Nah.
I seen that like in an old ass movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, Reg, you never seen King
Why are you
Vitamin?
eating? Why are you eating that?
It's the shout outs to Grandma Clara. Bro, this
so
was
Yo,
nice.
next Thursday, order it and bring it on the next show.
I
Everybody.
was so Reg, hold me to it, bro. I'm gonna order some King
Yo, facts,
Vitamin.
we gotta,
It's gonna be we're gonna have a cereal on. No, bro. You know what, man, I'm giving myself another clue bomb, bro. Shout outs to King Vitamin. If y'all don't recognize, bro, hit me up. I'm gonna send y'all some. Alright, so we're gonna jump into, so how many of us, I know you didn't see it. Did you see it yet?
No.
Reg, did you see it yet?
Mm-mm.
You said
The Wakanda Forever.
I saw
You
it.
saw it?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I didn't hear you, bro. I'm so distracted by the Astro World pants.
Shut it.
Alright, so before I get into my take, Nick, what did you think about the movie? Wakanda Forever, that's what we're about to talk about.
Honestly, I think it was long.
Too long, we'll go for
Too
it.
long. It was pretty okay. It was pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's not gonna live up to the first one,
Right.
but it was okay though. It was okay. I like how they dove into the different cultures and whatnot.
I'm just every time you talk this episode, I'm gonna just do this. See, until y'all see it, y'all won't know. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. But go ahead. But that's about it.
Okay.
Man.
So, I didn't like the movie. I didn't like it at all. Well, actually, no. I liked Angela Bassett until... If y'all didn't see the movie by now, like, y'all ruined Infinity War and Endgame. No, bro. People spoil Endgame like the day it came in theater. So if y'all didn't see Wakanda Forever right now, like, that's your fault. But I thought it was... Bro, it was so sad. Like, because, you know, like, we all know, like, Chadwick, passed away and whatnot. But, bro, that joint felt like a 3-hour funeral with CGI, bro. I was like, yo, like... It was like every 5 minutes you're like, yo, Chadwick is really like, he's not coming back. So that was number one.
Yeah. So he in the movie?
No, that's the thing.
Him?
No, it was
no CGI shit.
nothing. No, that's what I'm saying. It felt like
Gone, that nigga.
Gone.
yeah, he's gone, bro.
They had like a what was
The
it?
montage?
The montage.
Yeah,
before those shit.
yeah.
Like, he wasn't in it at all.
No.
You know, like they bring it like when he goes to become like
Yeah,
Panther.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he sees also.
like name one of them.
Yeah, so-
There's a mural. They had like a mural of
He
him.
like nothing. Like,
Yeah, no, they had a mural of him, but there was like no flashbacks, no nothing. So it was like
they violated. They kind of
It was like no.
next movie yet. They said
Bro, no, it was like, damn, he's really like not here. So, next, Angela Bassett's back has to be hurting after she carried that movie, bro. Bro, Yo, y'all think I'm playing? She carried that movie, bros. Like, my favorite part was when she fired the ball, shorty. When she fired the ball, shorty.
Yeah.
And then we going into.
Okay.
So
my bad.
that'll be alright. So the part where Shuri got kidnapped, and then Angela pretty much fired the ball joint, and then she was pretty much like, I live and die for the throne. And Angela pretty much was like, where was you at when my son got his ass beat and got thrown off the cliff? I was like, yeah, she violated, bro. She got busy.
She was next level on that.
She got busy in that joint, and then it went downhill for me when they killed her, and I was like, yo,
where do you go from here? Like, who's gonna be your anchor?
I'm sorry, bro. It just showed like how good Angela and even Chadwick was, because I didn't realize like how important. Of course, he was the character, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't realize how important he was, because bro, they could not carry the movie when Angela was gone, bro.
To be honest, like even like Sherry and whatnot,
like,
it wasn't impactful, none of that, bro.
Bro,
it was just like it was just sad.
She was just there. Yeah, she was just there. Like, she was just there. No, and the thing is too, is like, you can't really expect somebody to like carry like a Marvel blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? So like, my expectations were low, but I was like, yeah, this joint is trash. So I'm gonna tell you the next thing I didn't like, bro. So the Iron Girl, bro. So for this episode, I'm calling her Iron John, bro. Iron John, bro. Because she spoke like a Philly John, bro. She spoke with that ash on your forehead. I was like, my God.
I think, like they were trying to force, like,
it's so
like they were trying to
bro.
They were trying to force that.
So this is when I was like, yo, I'm really not gonna like this movie. So when they found this genius girl who we're gonna call Iron John, they were like, so apparently she had this ability to create this machine that
on Tony Stark's level.
Right, she's like Tony Stark level smart, was able to create a machine that could track vibranium. And then I'm just like, well, if you don't know what vibranium like is, like, how are you able to create the machine? Like, that was my thing. Like,
and you didn't know what it was?
No, she knew what it was, but you know, like, only Wakanda had it. But now, I'm calling them the Mexican gang, the Avatar gang, the Avatar gang. So they had it too. So it's only two places in the world that have vibranium. So I was like, how would you know how to create a machine if you've never been around vibranium to know like
how to do it?
So then her motivation for it was completely stupid. Like, my teacher said I couldn't do it, so I just did it. So I was like, so you created a product and gave it to the government for free just to prove to your teacher you could do it? Like,
no backstory.
I don't even know what her name is, so that's why I'm calling her Iron John.
Damn.
So this is when I said I wasn't gonna like the movie. So when they got into the when they were like running from the cops or whatever, and then they looked up, they were like, "Can it fly?" I was like, "Yo, if this is a freaking Iron Man suit, I'm walking out the theater." And it was an Iron Man suit.
It was just like we said, the build up, like, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you read the comics, of course, but like the build up, there was no story. Of course, they didn't have enough time for it, but like it just felt all over the place, kind of.
It felt like, you remember Spider-Man 3, how they just kept trying to throw like everything into it. Like, that's what I felt with this one. So Iron John was a definite L. So there's another thing about the movie I didn't like. They were trying to build a love interest between Shuri and the Mexican bull.
I didn't notice that. Until I saw that shit on Twitter.
Yo, when he gave her the bracelet and stuff, I was like, oh, they about to smash. But then I was like, there's not enough time in the movie to, delve upon that. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So next we're gonna talk about the villain, bro. They should have did something better with his flying powers, bro. You know, he had the ankle wings, and he was like this the whole time.
He was styling on that shit. Like,
no,
he was styling. He was styling on that
shit. Bro. Nah, bro, it really looked like he didn't know how to fly in that joint. Like, I thought the ankle wings, I was like, yo, this is kind of like corny.
Like Cupid?
Bro, no.
Yeah,
kind of like Cupid. No, Hermes has the. He has the. So I thought he'd be something like gangster. He'd be like running in the air.
That shit would have been.
That would have been tough. But they had him like.
Like floating, like just very.
Looked like he's trying to skateboard for the first time. Like, it was kind of whack. So I didn't like how he lost, bro. Like,
I mean, Yeah,
I was like, they just threw him in a flying air fryer. Like, oh, we gotta dry him out. I was like, oh my god.
Get him away from the ocean. I mean, but how are you gonna fuck with him though? Like that nigga.
I think they should have
fucked. He was really bodying.
I know, and that's why I'm gonna say my controversial take, and I don't care what anybody says. Say they should have just recasted Black Panther. It was too many. It was too many handicaps.
All right, yo, I didn't like how she bodied him.
I didn't like that either.
Like, there was no, like, even in the even in the movie before, there was no like training going up to like. She didn't know if she had hands or not.
She just knew how to get busy. That nigga. She just knew how to get busy.
She just bodied that nigga. You know, I got another take, bro.
Go for it.
How do you guys feel about Michael B. Jordan's action?
Michael B. Jordan is a bunch of mid. I'm sorry.
No lie. When he popped up, I walked out the theater, bro. I said, "Get the F out of here," and I walked out, bro.
He was in it?
Yeah.
He's a bunch of mid, bro. Oh, wait, did he die?
Yeah, so you remember the first one with the astral plane? Where
yes.
So he was in Shuri's astral plane. Still corny though.
That's very.
Yeah.
He's mid. He's not believable as when he acts. Like I feel like, well, and that's in Black Panther. I didn't believe.
No, like
B. Jordan. Like,
so that was one of the main reasons why I didn't like the first one, because like every time he came on screen, I was like, yo, I was like, this isn't a movie no more. This is just Michael B. Jordan talking, like the Michael B. Jordan podcast. I just felt like Wall was just talking. I was like,
so
we're gonna give him weapons.
Yeah, I don't think like
weapons.
I'm not too like favorable about like Michael B. Jordan. I don't like his acting. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but.
I mean, get that money, black man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like he should do better. I feel like women think he's attractive, so that's why he gets roles.
Yeah, I don't even know what sound effect to give him. So get that money, black man. You get the cash register, Michael. You get the cash register. Yeah, I don't. But so when I saw him pop into it, I was like, yo, that's when I was like, I officially lost it, bro. First he killed Angela. First off, I felt it was inappropriate to kill Angela because I was like, yo, we already grieving already. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right, Chadwick died, and it's like, all right, we got to deal with the fact that nobody knows what to do with Wakanda. Then you guys kill the only person that could act in that movie.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, what are y'all gonna do now? And she died so corny, bro. She drowned. She drowned. So
like, go ahead.
Yeah. So the bull came in and threw like this water grenade.
Yeah, remember he's a water base.
Yeah. So she drowned, but Iron John lived.
Yeah, they were in the same like.
They were in the same room.
I think they really got saved at the same time.
But Angela just happened to die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like it did make sense. So like when I first saw it, I was like, "There's no way Angela's gonna die." And they were like, "The Queen didn't make it." I was like, "Oh my god, bro! Like who else has to die in this joint?" And then also too, bro, like I hated the ending. How the villain was just like he just looked so pitiful. But so his joint was like, when we going back up there to wreck them niggas, and he was,
we know we can wreck them.
We gotta go for peace. He's painting the joint. Peace. It was like Kodo Khan, Shao Khan. I don't know. Yeah. But so then this was the part that I felt was so disrespectful about the movie, was at the end when they introduced the son. I was like, can we have a movie with black people where a child is not had out of wedlock, bro?
Oh,
because he never married the shorty.
Yeah, he never married the shorty. It was
and then my thing is this: if he died, so I think it was like a gap between like a year or something between the first and the second one. Mm-hmm. So like when she had it just felt so forced. So all I'm gonna say is I don't know how they're gonna do a third one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Is gonna be a third one? Well, I mean, that's
they're gonna do.
A third one.
Y'all stayed till the end credits? It was crazy.
Nah, I walked out the theater after they introduced the out of wedlock baby.
That was the end credits. I think
that was the kid.
The kid was the.
Oh, so even better. So damn. So I did stay, and then they had a child out of wedlock. And
sounded like you did like the movie.
No, that joint was.
Yeah.
That's the sign you should get right there.
Well, so all right, Wakanda Forever. All right, what are we gonna do for them?
What do you give it for one out of 10? What do you give that movie?
All right, so I'm gonna put it in two parts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a rating in two parts. The movie up until Angela died I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10, and 6 out of those 7 points is all because of Angela's acting. After she died, it was like bad. It was bad. Yeah, it was really a bad movie when she because no one was believable in that joint.
Like, there was no
legit acting in that joint.
That's why I didn't. Like, people keep telling me that's why I didn't go see it.
No, bro. Like I'll say this: if you watch up until Angela dies, you walk out the theater, you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Bro, like I said, when she when she fired Shorty, bro, and she was pretty much
when she was what was it, like with all the countries?
Oh yeah, she was like
bullshit, like straight.
And when she brought in the Mercs, alive.
Oh, you let these niggas.
Yeah,
basically.
But my favorite part was when she fired the Shorties, like pretty much like, yo, where was you at when my son got his ass beat? Oh, where? All right, bet. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, I supported that. So Wakanda Forever. I mean, if we do an average, I'll probably give that joint like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Jesus Christ.
I give it honestly. I give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, Jared's hard to please.
Yo.
Bro, I just said I like King Vitamin. It doesn't take much to impress me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, what? Why do you go? Yo.
It's the best cereal in the world. Yo, next episode. Next cereal. Jesus. Next episode. We're bringing that joint in. Bringing that joint in. You will? Alright, bet. So, alright, so next order of business. So there's been a lot of things going on within the black community. I put there in quotation marks because like what is that some days? But one of the biggest stories right now is that Deion Sanders is being called a whole bunch of things for leaving JSU to go into a bigger and better opportunity. So before I go into my take, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think we're the only culture that bash each other for a black man elevating, right?
Yeah.
They don't talk, but then people don't understand what actually goes on.
Yeah.
They don't know that he was only making $1 million for 4 years, and he just got a deal for multiple million for 1 year. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's got his own family to feed. He wants to coach, and he was the first HBCU coach to go from there to that conference. Yeah. So like, why are we bashing him? Why are we like? I don't know what he promised. If he promised them something crazy at JSU, I would get that.
But I'll tell you this: what he promised, he did already.
Exactly.
Though. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what else.
He put JSU on the map.
Yo, they said out of that $1.5 million at his deal, he used half of that to put to facilities for the football team and stuff like that. Like,
that never got allocated correctly.
Deal done. That's it.
And then on top of that, too, I'll go after you guys. What do you think about it, Nick?
Black man, get your money. That's it. To be honest, like I support it. We shouldn't be bashing each other at all. Like we always do that. Like you said.
Yeah.
Every little thing we're always bashing each other.
Yeah. What about you, Merk? What you think? He's about to drop something profound.
No. To be honest, I don't really know enough about the situation to speak on it. So like,
that's a very honest take. That's a very honest take. Because there's a lot of people that don't know what's going on. They have strong opinions.
This is my first time hearing about this.
Oh wow. Yeah, you don't really be on social media like that, so yeah.
To be cool.
Yeah. But so my take is I agree with everything Nick and Feek said. So the thing about it was this: I said, all right, like let's take the blickety black part out of it, right? If somebody came to you and offered you a job opportunity that was, I want to say,
40K more, 50K
not
more,
even
60.
not even that much more. So no. So he went from 300,000. So on paper, his thing was 300,000, but after the half, he was really bringing in 150, like you said.
Yeah.
So if somebody said, "All right, bro, like you make 45K a year, right? What if I gave you a job opportunity? Listen, just do what you did over there, but do it over here. But instead of you making 45K, I'm gonna give you $1 million a year. Who's gonna turn that down?
That's what I'm saying.
Who's gonna turn that down?
I'm not turning it down.
So that's what I said. First off, it's common sense. So if someone said like, "Oh, you go from 150K to $5 million a year," you would be an idiot to not take that bread.
Exactly.
So the next part was like people also don't understand. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think Deion left for the bread. I think that was probably the icing on the cake. But bro, first off, while he was there, his son's car got broken into. During the game, Deion's locker got broken into. The team had to take baths in the swimming pool because the water was messed up over there. Deion had to come out of his own pocket to feed the team. And like Feek said, and this is on top of him already giving half of his salary to go back into the program. So imagine dealing with that for those 5 things for 3 years. Now, we also don't even know what type of beef he was probably having with the admin, because I don't care what anybody says. I know a bunch of people that went to HBCUs, and they all said, like, all the admin at HBCUs are terrible. So you have a terrible administration office. Your money, the half of the salary that you earn, you don't know. And then on top of that too, so there's even a part of his contract where I think they said like after his first year or something, he would start getting shares of the revenue from the ticket sales. Never happened.
Never followed up on it.
So he came through with the Under Armour partnership, because I think they had like a different uniform every game or a different helmet every game. It was something crazy. And then I'm just like, yo, like it's only so much you can take before it's like, yo, I want out. And we all left jobs for way less. That's another thing too. We all left jobs for way less. Mm-hmm. So then for me, that was getting on my nerves. It was like, all right, first it was the money example. Somebody came and offered you like way more money for the same job. You'll be an idiot to not take it. But then it's like, yo, look at all the stuff that he was going through to even make this possible. And he was still doing a hell of a job. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like people don't want to do work after somebody talked to them crazy at the job. So imagine like you going through all of that and you guys still go undefeated, you still win a championship, and you still show up. So I think my problem with the community is just like we will want people to make sacrifices for us that we wouldn't make for nobody else. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Nobody would have turned it down.
You know, it's the messenger though. They thought he was the messenger. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just giving devil advocate.
Yeah.
I believe in what he did. You know, that's his decision to make. I think we should look more to the HBCU, JSU. Like, yo, why didn't you keep him here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why when he asked for things, why couldn't we get that? And if it's the funding and stuff like that, we understand that. But don't let him get people are like attacking Deion. You should be attacking
the schools.
Yeah, or like
for sure.
You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna say this too. This is the thing that I kind of like call hypocrisy, like BS on. So like, we're always so quick to be like, oh, you know, when you're dealing with black businesses and stuff, don't ask for a discount. All right, cool, I agree. But how come somebody that has the accolades and the resume and the skills to get top dollar, you're now asking him to give that at a discount when you wouldn't take that from anybody else? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like we hate when when we interact with each other, we want a discount, but then when it's time for someone to do something for us, it's like, oh, well, you should do that because we're black. Like, that's not fair. If you wanted them, you should have paid them. I'm sorry. Like, I really...
And the crazy thing is they couldn't afford it. That's what it really was. It's not like he left, like, if he'd offered like $3 million for 1 year, he would have stayed. I'm pretty
or
sure.
make sure him and his son is okay. Because first off, Jackson, where the school is at is not a safe place whatsoever.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, so on top of all of this, I gotta fear for me and my kids' safety. Hell no, I'm out.
You bouncing.
I'm out.
For real, you bouncing.
I'm out. And that kind of brings me to this. So you know what, man? We're gonna give a cash register for Deion, and we're gonna give a DJ clue bomb for Deion. And we can give him a round of applause, man. Get that money, black man. Get that money, black man. So that leads me to the next thing. Where did anybody see that Umar Johnson interview on the Breakfast Club where he talked about it? First off,
like he's the messiah of like everything.
That's why I respect. No, that's why I respect the Merck's take where he was like, "Yo, I don't know enough about it." Like, it was clear that Umar had no idea what was going on, and then he was like, he promised them they'd stay. And they're like, no, like on the 60 Minutes interview, he said, if I get a better opportunity, I'm taking it. He said that. So he's like, well, I didn't hear that. I'm like, because you didn't watch the freaking interview, bro. Like,
it's going off here. He's just going off.
No, it's okay to be wrong. Yeah. It's okay to
or not know.
Or like Merck said, no, I don't have an opinion on it because I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Like I just hate all the takes about like he should have stayed. I'm like, hell no.
He should have stayed.
He should have stayed, Reg?
No.
He should have stayed? My man, why did he eating King Vitamin? Look at him. Hey, so you think he should have stayed? Why do you think he should have stayed?
Absolutely.
Why's that? Yeah, come on over here, brother.
This is Jay Lamont. This is my guy. I've known him since what, 6th grade, 7th grade.
He got the easy Crocs on, man. We don't support Kanye over here.
Big love from New York. Let him hand him the mic.
Yeah, hand him the mic, man. Make sure you get my man's IG handle on this joint too.
Not easy.
So you know what? So you said he should have stayed.
Yeah, he should have stayed. Because you knew it was tough before you got there. Like, he knew it was tough before he got there. All that extra stuff, he knew that already when he got there.
You think so?
He didn't need the money.
That's why he gave up half his check, because it's not about the money. He's Deion Sanders. He has the bread. Colorado State does what for who? For nobody. How many black athletes go there in the first place? None.
That's why Deion fired the whole team. He pretty much wanted to get fired.
But then that's the same. Then that's the same thing. You're only going there if you're black and you're an athlete. Like Colorado State's not accepting you if you're not going there to play football.
Yeah.
So why you go somewhere that you're not wanted?
So if somebody came to, we don't have to get into your salary. So were you here for my take about the money?
Huh?
Were you here for my take about the salary?
Absolutely.
All right. So if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, yo, listen, I know, not saying this is what you make. All right, you make $45K a year, and on top of that, because you just that dude, you giving up half. So really, you coming in with 22 and a half, right? If somebody came to you and said, "Yo, I'll give you a job for $3 million." Because here's the thing. Here's the thing we got to talk about with celebrities too. When they're like, "Hey, they don't need the money." Everything. This is the econ major in me talking. You're always giving up something to do something else. So yeah, Deion is rich already, but there's so many other things that he could have been doing to be honestly more productive and bring in more income. So if he was already giving them a discount for his services, the least the school could have done was A, make sure him and his family was safe, B, make sure that the team was fed properly. Now the water, I'm not going to put that on them because that was a statewide thing, so I'm not going to put that on Jackson State, but I want to be safe where I work. I want me and my family to be safe where I work at. I want the team to be well fed. And I want you guys to honor the contract where you guys said that I'll get shares of the ticket sales after my first year. I think Jackson State could have did all three of those things.
Oh, well, he got a 4-year contract. He only did 3 years. And then another thing is, once again, do you not think that Deion knew all of these things before he got there?
No.
There's no way you're telling me that you thought Deion Sanders didn't know that Jackson State wasn't safe in that. There's no way you could protect anybody from anything. You could go to school and it could be a shooting at the school, and then are you going to say that's the school's fault?
So technically, yeah, because a lot of stuff was Temple's fault because it was improper security.
All right, let's go. Virginia Tech. Like, they didn't know that's going to happen?
That's a fair point, but guess what they did after that, though? I'm pretty sure the security measures and things like that.
No, this is the second time that happened at Virginia Tech.
Oh, so that was the same school.
Yeah.
I know it's both in Virginia Tech.
Happened again. I mean, this is like, yo, kids still go there.
All right. So my point is,
life keeps going.
You're right. That's a great point. So if I'm going to be putting myself and my family at risk, I'm even more so not happy with the organization. Someone's offering me to do the same thing somewhere else, plus my safety is going to be protected. Don't take it.
Where's the other place that you're going to? Is the whole thing.
What's wrong with Colorado? What's wrong with the school?
You just said it.
What's wrong with the school?
He just said it.
What was the point of him going to Jackson State in the first place?
To do everything that he said he would do, which is what he did. He put them on the map. They won a championship. It's a respectable.
So why not just finish the contract for 1 more year?
If you're son,
it's like this. Yo, you find a wife. She look good, all right? But then all of a sudden, some other shorty looks way better than your wife. Way better. She's up in everything. She's way more famous. She's better to everybody. She's better than you. She looks better. Oh, so wait, hold on. And she likes you. So now, do you just leave your commitment with your wife because this other one looks better and also wants you?
All right, so perfect. That's a great example. So let's use that example. So let's say I'm married to a wife, right? Hey, babe, listen. When we get married, these are the 5 things I'm gonna ask for. Out of these 5 things, I just want 3 out of these things. So let's use a wife example. All right, cool. Like, all right, I know you're tired from work, so let's say you don't have to cook all the time. Hey, respect me, tell me where the money is going, right? And invest in the household as much as I'm investing in the household. Let's say those are your 3 things, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let's say your first year, you're getting that, right? Second and third year, you're not getting any of the things that you asked for out of the relationship. Now, let's say someone comes along that not only looks better, but is willing to offer more, understands where you're coming from, and is going to give you the resources that you need to be a productive and happy husband in the household.
Well, then you weren't meant for that relationship in the first place, because a relationship is way more than that. It's about working on things, right? You still got to work on things.
It's a mutual investment.
things break down, you got to fix them. Because now what happens if you go in that next relationship and the same thing happens? You want to just keep moving on?
But here's the thing.
You got to work on your problems in the first place.
I agree.
So
but
because he didn't work on his problems, he's leaving to maybe have another problem.
So,
but we just don't know that yet because it sounds good on the outside.
I disagree, because the thing is, the problems with Jackson State was institutional problems, not a personnel problem. So I'm a firm believer in that one person cannot supersede the issues of an entire institution.
Well,
now, just let me finish this point. So if somebody comes along and says, hey, listen, we're going to give you more for the problems that are about to come your way, but we'll also offer the resources on our end to help you solve those problems. Who's going to say no to that? So pretty much,
Deion.
so if not to strawman argument, not strawman, but not to take away from your point. So pretty much, it was up to Deion to fix the problems of Jackson State.
Is it up to him completely? No. But will more things have helped the school if Deion stays? Absolutely.
I agree, but at what cost to Deion?
I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, what? But like, think of this: Colorado State is already advanced and they have everything. So, what is Deion to them? Yo, Deion could go 0-12, and then you know how easy it is for them. We're like, yo, let's just fire Deion.
I agree, but that's the honestly.
Just because it sounds like the grass ain't always green on the other side.
No, I agree, but my thing is this, and I honestly, like you said, the grass ain't always green on the side, and I think Deion and all of us found out that the grass was not green at all at Jackson State, and he went out.
It was green. It was green.
When?
I feel like, no, I'm saying this is like he was putting HBC on. He's putting them on, bro. Like they was getting attention. Keep it all funded. Yeah, he's getting attention, so I feel like that's why Colorado, somebody at the top, like, yo, we gotta get him out of there because HBCUs are gonna start being like,
I don't think that's what it was.
Keep it a stack.
What?
Me personally, I'm not speaking for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what color they were. I never heard of Jackson State before Deion. Deion got there, I know about Jackson State.
Exactly.
They on televised games, all that. Now, Deion's leaving. Guess what? I'm not watching it.
Exactly,
so that's
bro.
a great point. That's a great
Exactly.
point. So if I'm Jackson State and I realize all of that too, Deion, what do we have to do to get you to stay?
Yeah, but it's only been 3 years. They don't know because
3
they
years
never
is a
got that
long
exposure.
time, bro.
Think
3
of this.
years is a
Think
long
of-
time.
Think of this.
Not
Just
for
like
sports.
it's another example.
But it's not even just the season, it's the off season, it's all the administrative meetings you gotta do, all the corporate meetings he had to do to get the sponsorship.
Exactly.
That's a long
But I
time.
Now, another example, just like when you take a kid from the hood that never had nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, league bound. Now he got money, and he don't know how to move with that money
takes some
yet.
time.
It takes time because Jackson State never had that exposure. They don't actually know what they're doing with Deion's exposure. Now they got it so fast. 3 years is quick.
I'm not getting.
That's not even. Nobody even gonna. If you went to school for 4 years, nobody has graduated yet from freshman to senior.
But my thing is this: you got somebody. My thing is this: you hired somebody that knows these things, which is Deion Sanders. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, for example, there's always money to be made where there's problems that are abound, right?
Yeah.
Deion knew more about what they had to do than Jackson State. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he left just for the money. I think that there was other internal struggles, and because he still respects school, because he still coached the last game.
Yeah.
I think there's
Today. Did they win?
They
went to overtime.
Overtime. I didn't see the end.
So what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to get my point back. So what I'm trying to say is, what they should have done was give Deion whatever it is that he was asking for. And honestly, like I said, I don't think he needs the money. I'm with you on that. But if I have my kids with me on campus and I have to fear for their safety constantly, I think that'll be number one reason why I would leave somewhere. And then two, he also even said that if a better opportunity came along, he would take it. I wouldn't be mad at anybody trying to improve themselves. And everything he promised that he would do for JSU and the HBCU sports program, he did already. So I personally feel that he fulfilled all the promises that he made, and he's moving on. And honestly, if Jackson State wanted him to stay, even if they couldn't match the salary, of course not. All right, Deion, what do we have to do to get you to stay?
I mean, see, those are things behind closed doors that we don't actually know on the surface. Like, we don't know if they asked him that. I don't know, so I won't say anything on that because I don't know if they asked him that. I mean, I'm pretty sure they wanted Deion to stay there, and he's a grown man, so it's his decision. But at the end of the day, I don't care if Deion leaves after his contract is over. Like, that's when I don't have a problem. But to not finish your contract, you literally just told everybody basically like, yo, listen, I'm a black man, but I'm not going to keep my word and I'm leaving. Just for another white man to pay me.
You ever quit
and
a
I
job
don't need
before?
to. Yeah, I quit a job before. And
That's
I didn't
what
have a contract.
But so my thing is this: he quit his job.
I never quit anything before a contract.
And my thing is this: if anything, Jackson State was also in breach of the contract when they didn't honor the financial obligations that they promised him.
So now, like you said, that Deion knew most of the problems that Jackson State had. Like, he knew more than Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
So then, to me, it's like, all right, then, like, yo, if you was really here to change it, take on a bigger role.
But he did change
besides
it.
football.
But
I'm saying besides football, take on a bigger role that, like, yo, you having problems with your family being protected? Well, look, bet. Don't worry, I'll take this department over until we can manage it and pay for it.
Oh,
because
that's a whole lot, man.
I mean, that's what he was.
That's like that. So pretty much take on another job, which might not include more money. But
but here's the thing. I heard y'all talking
Would you
about
do
black
that for
men and
anybody
all of this
else?
stuff and like empowering. But then like Deion, you are that black man already. Like there's nothing else. God forbid, he can stop doing everything today, and he's still Deion Sanders. There's almost nothing else this man needs to do for anybody. But since you went into that role now, yes, we are looking at you as, yo, here comes God to save the day and help us. Now that you're leaving that role, it's like, all right, yo, bro, don't sign up in the first place.
I honestly disagree.
Because if you wanted to coach college football before Jackson State came, would Colorado State have hired him? Absolutely not. If Deion went to Colorado State, wanted to be the head coach, nobody wasn't looking for him. But he went to Jackson State. Now Colorado State is like, oh, now we're interested in him.
But that's what I'm.
So now it's like this, like, yo.
That's what.
To me, it's like, yo, fuck y'all.
But no,
I could have did this job a long time ago.
Here's my thing. That's with anything. Absolutely.
Like,
so it was a mutual beneficial. I think honestly, I still think that both sides won. I just think that Jackson State took for granted that they thought Deion was going to stay, which is their fault. That's number one. Number two, he got them the partnership with Under Armour, right? He got them a championship. Got them a TV contract for the games to be televised.
They lost today.
Fine, but guess what? How do we know that? How do we know they
You're
lost?
on TV. You're
All
right.
right, cool.
You're on TV.
Right, and he was still giving up half of his salary to go back into the program.
But then another thing, not also did he leave. He took half the team with him. So now those players aren't even
Here's
there
the thing,
anymore.
though.
So now nobody plays
That's
there.
Except the quarterback.
Well, his son. His son
I'm
is
just saying that's the most important part.
I didn't even say
I'm
his
just
son
saying, though,
because
it's the most
you took your son
important
with
part.
you. Took your son with you. That's a little different.
All right, but then
taking 14 other players with you is like, all right, I get it. Now they might have a better shot at going to the NFL or whatever. But now it's like, yo, who's on Jackson State now? So now those televised games are not on television.
But that's
anymore.
but that's what I feel like that's kind of what everything in the sense of like televised games change every year, right? I get your point though because like now that he's gone, it was really just Deion Sanders, but they're winning, so now they're not going to win it. But I think we got to see what Deion Waiters does because Waiters, Sanders, Jesus Christ, Deion Sanders. We got to see what he does going into Colorado because he might change the whole culture there. He's doing things that
to me the whole thing is just
related.
even though how bad it was, just finish the contract. Another year could have changed a whole lot of things. Not finishing your contract is telling somebody just quit.
Enough though?
Yeah, that's
when
what
your
I'm
contract
saying.
is over. Your contract is over, you did.
You sacrifice so much.
But that's the thing. Going to Jackson State, it's the sacrifice.
That was a sacrifice.
That is, you know that this is not.
He also fulfilled every promise that he made,
except the contract.
But he did all of that before the contract expired, though. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but the contract says 4 years regardless.
But here's the thing, though. I'll tell you this.
That's a whole nother class coming in to go play for him.
Which is fine, but also there must have been something in the contract that allowed him to opt out the way that he did. So
I mean, because you don't have to pay him, which he gave you the money anyway. So
all right, then so
then yeah, I mean, you can leave the contract if you're not paying me anyway.
And half the salary.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you just quit when something. It got hard. A lot of things in life get hard. It got hard, and then yo, I'm out. Like, what does that show for the
But
black
it's-
community? Like, yo,
No,
just think.
that's actually going to go to the next one. I'll show you what shows the black community is that even you have to also honor the sacrifices that people are making for you, and I don't think Jackson State was honoring the sacrifices that he made. So imagine this: admin is still terrible. Your team, including your sons, are not being well fed. They got to take baths in the swimming pool because the water's bad, right? What more would you want from somebody for them to be like, yo, I quit?
I think the most important thing everybody forgets is this. Jackson State is not a conventional university, right? So they are not backed by the thousands or millions of white folks that have been at Colorado State for decades and family members that put in money to that university. So it's not going to weigh out to the same thing at all.
But
It's Colorado is not going to be. Well, here's the thing: white people have backed up their universities forever.
You know,
right?
can you take a pause right
So-
there? You finish your point. I'm gonna go back to that point.
So now, no matter what happens, Colorado's is always going to be good. Nobody watched their football games this year. Alumni still donate all that for
Great
years
point.
because
Great point.
the white people always going to have their back of their school no matter what.
That's
Now, Deion leaving Jackson State because it got hard after 3 years is like this. Is this opposite to me? Like, yo, it got hard. Nobody's going to want to give their money to Jackson State no more off of
But
that
no one
because
was-
he's a leader.
That's a great point. But no one was giving money to Jackson State anyway.
Because it's not the
Nothing
same as
there.
Colorado.
But
There's
no,
nothing there.
No, here's the thing. Were people still attending and graduating Jackson State before Deion got there?
Yes.
Okay, but let me finish this point. I mean, I don't donate to Temple, but after you graduate college, right, we all understand that the alumni boards call you to donate to the school, right?
Yeah.
Is it Deion? So should Deion Sanders have to suffer because people don't even support their own institutions that they've graduated from?
But now that's what I am saying. It is not on the same scale as any
It
other.
doesn't have to be.
BCU is not on. Yes, but it does. At the end of the day, like
that's
it's
what
not
I'm
on this.
saying.
I know,
That's,
but it
that's
doesn't
where the
have- that
hardship
doesn't
that you
have
knew
to be,
before
though.
you signed up comes in. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure Deion, just like all of us know, going to Jackson State and going to Colorado is going to be two totally different experiences based off the amount of people that ever went there in life.
But did
Like,
Deion,
so there's no, you knew there was no backing how it is at Colorado because the white man has owned Colorado for forever time.
I mean, I'm big on
Jackson State is HBCU, which has got funded by other blacks, knowing that other blacks, when did other blacks really start making money like that in America versus the other colleges in America that are just regular universities? So you know there's going to be hardships going there. There's no way Deion didn't know it was going to be very difficult at Jackson State to do whatever he wanted to do. Even if he did it, they're going to have a hard time to
That's
help him
on
out
them.
because they don't have the resources as
That's
the
on
other.
them.
It's like
That's on them.
it's like giving a kid right now a PS4, be like, yo, just deal with this, knowing the PS5 is out. Like you just now this Christmas, go give your son the PS4. They're gonna just look at it like
I disagree.
you can play the same game on it, you can play with the same people on it, but it's like they're not gonna take it at the same value as a PS5
So-
because there's newer things out there that are better for
I'm
them.
gonna challenge that though, and we can move on to the next point after this. This is actually a great dialogue. So let's use a PS4 and PS5 example, right? All right, yo, bro. All right, no. All right, bro. Here's a PS4, right? Oh, but by the way, though, you know, you can't go online, right? You can't go online, and every 30 seconds you gotta turn it off to turn it back on again. We all have busted systems before. Like we're not about to act like we never had. You know, we had to freak it a little bit, turn the cord the right way. All right, cool. You know, I'll deal with that for a little bit. All right. So in exchange for me taking this busted, disgusted PS4, all I'm asking is, you know what? All right, how about this? Just give me an extra controller and give me like 3 games. Yeah, not a problem. You still deal with the problems with the broken PS4. Hey, when am I gonna get those extra games? Oh yeah, see what had happened was, hey, what about that extra controller? See what had happened was. So if you go in saying, all right, I'm gonna acknowledge the problems that you have. These are the things that I'm gonna ask for in exchange to deal with these problems, and I don't get those things on top of having to deal with the problems, I'm out.
Yeah, but you keeping your PS4 no matter how busted it is.
But if somebody came to me and said, hey, bro, listen, I've been seeing you working so hard dealing with, you know, this busted PS4. You know what? Because of this, we just need you to do what you did over there for that PS4. Here's the PS5. Just do what you did over there.
Now, I knew you was going to say that. Now, say this. say if your parents had got you that PS4, that's all your parents could get you. They got you it. It's busted. They know they can't afford the PS5 for you, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, somebody dressed as Santa Claus, another white man comes and just gives you a PS5. I promise you, as a parent, right, your parents gonna feel some type of way that somebody just came and handed your kid a PS5,
so
and now he just throws away the PS4 because wow, so he's not gonna he doesn't appreciate that PS4 no more, no matter who gave it to him.
So who was the parent to Deion in this situation?
Well, who gave him the job?
But who was Deion Sanders before he got the job? Did we all say?
But who was your mom and dad before they got you? They was your heroes.
Time out though. So like, did we already agree that Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer and Absolutely. All of that, and doesn't
number one?
All right, cool. So if you understand that is somebody that's already sacrificing so much to be at your program, these are the things that I'm asking for in exchange to deal with the problems that I know you guys already have, and I'm not getting that. To say that somebody should have stayed longer in that situation, like for example, how many of us have been in unfruitful relationships?
All of us.
All right, cool, right? Perfect. So let's say you signed a 4-year contract with this shorty, right? And you not getting nothing that you asked for, but you still providing, you still producing, you still handling your business at an extremely productive level, right? Let me finish. Okay, that's something. Let me finish. So you're doing all of this, right? And you still not getting that one thing that you would need to be like, you know what? If I get this one thing, I'll deal with all these problems. You're not getting that. See, for me, mine was respect. I'm doing all of this, and I'm still not getting respect from you. Hell yeah, the first bad joint that's going to offer more and say, on top of all of that, I'm going to give you the one thing that you weren't getting out of the relationship. I'm going to respect you. I'm out. And all I'm going to say is this. I think we're taking advantage of the fact that this is a celebrity we're talking about. I put money on this. If any of us was in this situation at any of the organizations we're part of, we'd all bounce.
100%. But see, it's not the same situation.
It's same situation.
You're not already solidified in the game as Deion Sanders. So if I'm in coach right now off of nothing, and I made myself up at Jackson State, and now Jackson State becomes popping, and then I'm growing with Jackson State, that's a whole different situation. You knew Deion before you knew Jackson State.
But my thing
you didn't know Jay Lamont before you knew Jackson State. You only knew Jay Lamont at Jackson State.
But my thing is this: if Jackson State really wanted Deion to stay, they would have gave him what he asked for, and I promise you that we couldn't. No, but it's not, because the thing is, you think it's the money he wanted.
I think 3 years is not enough.
But the money goes into.
I think 3 years is not enough to just like, we never had these things, and then in 3 years you want us to give you all these things that we never had.
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, we don't know what the conversations were behind closed doors. So that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, I don't think people should be quick to vilify Deion, because who knows what it is that he asked for that he didn't get. And all I'm saying is, I don't think it was the money. And my thing is this: okay, Jackson State, get clean water. I'm not going to say that he was asking them to make that happen. But what are those one or two things that was the final straw for him? And honestly, because he still respects the institution, we'll never know what it is.
I mean, yes, we will. That is the thing. We never going to know what it is that really, like, that could change my whole view. Whatever it was. Yeah. But since I don't know what it is, it's just like, yo, there's no way you didn't know this was about to be your most difficult task in life. Like, you knew Jackson State was going to be difficult, right? You had to know that was going to be. That's still the reason why all these athletes don't go there, because they know what it is for real. There's like 2-3, HBCUs that everybody knows no matter what. Right. Howard being number
Hampton,
one.
And family.
Right? Everybody knows that. After that, Jackson State, I promise you, I was like, yo, what is Jackson State? Deion is there? Cool. I will watch Jackson State because Deion's there. Deion just said, all right, yo, I'm out. So as a person that didn't have to work for anything, I don't have to watch Jackson State. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. But with Deion, if you didn't need the bread, right, in the first place, and you knew it was going to be hard, what? Was you actually lying like the rest of these coaches that be lying?
I don't think he was lying, because the results still speak for itself. Everything that he promised, he still fulfilled. I mean, I get the contract part.
No, I'm talking about like, so there's kids now that's gonna have to play there that were either freshmen or something that he had to go to their house and sit down in front of their moms and tell them, hey, look, this is my contract. I'm gonna be here for your kids for these 2 years. Now when he's not there anymore, what do you think those parents are saying? Those parents is like, yo, Deion lied to my face.
Here's the thing.
That's the game though. I know it's the game, but it's way different when you're Deion.
Here's the thing. That is something that Jackson State should have considered when I'm pretty sure, because I'm not gonna lie, Deion doesn't strike me as a person that'll tell you what his problems are. That's number one.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's an institutional thing. So now the question should be, okay, Jackson State, Deion left. What are you gonna do? The reason why Jackson State didn't have a contingency plan is because they got comfortable with everything that Deion was providing. And they felt that they didn't have to further invest because, like I said, if Deion was giving you $150,000 for all
You
this,
said because they didn't have to invest.
they didn't.
Well, have they ever got that situation before? You know, that's brings
So,
back the money, giving a kid in the hood all his money.
I'm gonna use a
He's not gonna start buying buildings. He's gonna start spending because he's comfortable.
I'm gonna use a different example. So let's use a bad joint example, right? Who remembers the first time you got like your first like, yo, this joint is bad?
Absolutely.
All right,
My first shorty.
hey, shout out to your first shorty. So yeah, no, it's just the thumb thing. So what's it called? So we all remember when we got our first bad shorty. Jackson State, Deion was their first bad joint.
And we all fumbled our first one.
But guess what though? But in the meantime
You
though,
got to. I mean, like you got to
All for experience.
but here's the thing though. When you got your first bad joint, what was the one thing you were afraid of always losing? Losing her. So guess what?
Exactly.
Guess what you did to make sure you held on to you. Hey, I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. So if you really prioritize the person you say you want to be in a relationship with, you would give them what they're asking for.
And then, like you just said, when you got comfortable now with your first one, what happened? You end up fumbling because she ends up leaving. Why?
Is there,
Everybody fumbled.
okay, cool. So
They
Jackson,
first baddie.
so Jackson State fumbled. It's all part of the game. Deion left because they fumbled him. What's the problem?
But that's what I'm saying. I fumbled it, right?
And Jackson State fumbled him.
Jackson State fumbled, but he knew it was going to be hard times.
No, bro.
He knew it.
So you
If I go into, if everybody, say there's a girl, everybody in here hit already. Every single one of y'all hit already, right?
Mhm.
The streets is telling me like, yo, she's for the streets. Everybody hit this.
Mhm.
Like, yo, I don't know, that's the one. But I'm like, nah. This the one. And then I get with her and I tell her, listen, this is the only thing I need you to do. Yo, you can't hit nobody else while I'm together, right? Now, that's not crazy to me. To me, I'm asking for one thing. Yo, look, nobody else. Just while we together. Yo, nobody else. After a while, she gets with somebody else and I find out. Right? Are you really blaming that on the female still? No. I'm blaming myself because history repeats itself. Right? She did this before. She showed you that she never had.
Jackson State is absolved from all the issues they had prior to Deion.
No, I just think that.
It's because
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The contract thing. The contract thing is 3. I don't think 3 years is enough time for
That's
anything.
a lot of time. But my
3 years
I
is a
agree.
lot.
No, here's the thing. But here's the thing. What
Presidents get 2 terms. That's automatic 8.
What did he accomplish? Here's what I'm saying, which is why I feel that they should have invested more in Deion. Okay, 3 years is not a lot of time, but he accomplished so many things in 3 years, though. So my thing is like, what else was there for him to do other than suffer?
We don't know. I don't see.
That's what I'm saying. What else was there for him to do?
Deion was suffering.
If I
man.
fulfill everything I did in the like between the years and whatnot, I'm coasting. And if I'm not coasting, if there's another contract that's better, I'm gonna leave though.
And the contract,
As Deion though, you gotta remember.
and the contract allowed him to
This is
leave.
a person with everything already.
But
We don't
I'm
know.
not talking about
I
something.
think we don't know
What
that.
Deion don't got?
He wasn't like at a university where he was like, you know, like he said, like all those things he's missing. Like he's still doing terrible
Yep.
things.
Okay.
Remember his ego. I think who Deion Sanders is. His ego. I'm the best. I'm the best.
All right,
I
then
get the
say
best.
that it was
Say-
ego driven. That's a
It
way
def-
different conversation.
It definitely was.
But yo, imagine he stays one more year now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Let's say Ray Lewis all of a sudden, Deion. Ray. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
bro. Ray Lewis go to HBCU.
That's
Now another retired football go to HBCU. Now Deion stayed there. Let's say Deion stayed there 8 years, and now all of a sudden we looking at HBCUs as a whole different like this. Everything takes. You cannot turn anything in 3 years. Everything takes
but he
time.
did though.
He turned one program. I'm talking about the whole conference.
Yeah.
So now, this is a great point because this is what, not necessarily you, but this is exactly what one of the problems are with the black community. It went from him, one program, to now you're now responsible for the entire HBCU conference, the entire HBCU program.
You're responsible for helping. But
he did.
But
He didn't sign up for that though.
But what you mean? It's responsibility. It's a lot of things. Stop. Because we all got jobs that we do more than we should be doing at work. And it's like, I ain't
Time out.
Reg ain't signed up for this, but hey.
That's a great point, but time out though. Okay, cool. I may be doing more, but not get what I'm paid, but there's other things about the business that makes me want to stay. For example, all right, let's say at my job, right?
Seeing other black people excel is not part of the business, no? You don't think so?
He did excel, he left.
But what I'm saying is, let's be, I love always using Amazon and all that stuff, how it started out. That was in a 3-year turnaround. Like, things take a very long
But
now
there
look
was
at it.
there was an investment. That's what I'm saying.
But look
Imagine
at what
if
that
people
one man is responsible for.
But
now.
it wasn't just him though. That's what I'm saying.
At first it was just him.
So no, it wasn't. His ex-wife wrote the business plan for Amazon. His dad gave the initial seed money of the $250,000 to get it started.
Okay, even if it's them, look what it turned into him.
Because it was an investment that was mutually beneficial to all parties.
But this is an investment.
But what was Deion getting out of it that was a mutually
in
beneficial
3 years,
investment?
sometimes you can't tell. That's
But
why 3 years is
especially in sports.
You build the house and you go to flip it. You might have to sit on that house for 3 years before you make
imagine.
money.
Okay, let's use that for example. Let's say, all right, cool. In this time span, I'm gonna flip this house, and you're gonna net $1 million, all in that short amount of time. He did that. Everything he promised he would do for that school, he did. Time out. But what did he get out of it to make him be like, I want to continue to do this?
So just like the house thing, like you said, he did that. What would be the next thing somebody with a house that just flipped it for do? Reinvest.
But where was the reinvestment?
He has to reinvest.
No. So
by leaving
to
him
me,
going to Colorado.
Him going to Colorado does what? Wait, hold on. Besides,
no, he doesn't. Bro. Stop capping.
Besides for his psyche, what's this?
Besides his psyche, oh
Wait,
my
hold on.
God, bro!
Maybe
We really saying that? Besides his psyche?
Alright, I dragged that.
But no,
right?
That's
but besides, alright, now him going to Colorado, right? Keep it stacked. What does that do for? What does it do for anybody? Him go to Colorado.
we don't know yet because he didn't start coaching.
But no, I'm trying to.
Just like we didn't know he was going to do at Jackson State.
No, stop.
We knew.
Deion going to Jackson State,
knew.
we knew at least that. We knew what Jackson State was going to be.
Yeah.
I didn't not wins or anything, but you knew, this is going to get blown up because Deion Sanders is there. If LeBron James decides to stop playing basketball now and goes to a HBCU, you know that everybody's going to be at those games, even if they don't win.
So it's not about making a respectable program; it's about revenue, which is what Deion. Time out. Which is what Deion did.
No, it's putting the black community as a black man on the map.
That's the point.
Go for it. Bro.
I see both sides, but what killed you was his.
Nothing killed me, bro. Nothing killed me, bro.
I'm gonna help you out.
No, go
what
for it.
killed you was the Amazon thing. Okay, so his dad.
I'm about to
look. Let me say my point.
Say your point, bro.
Calm down.
I am calm, bro. You let the yeah, bro. You know what?
The only thing I'm saying to him is, like you said, 3 years, not a lot of time. So that was Jay's point. Like, that's the risk. Okay, in the white cultures, they take risks. I'm giving my son $1.5 million. Do whatever you want with it for your business, your risk. The wife is taking the risk. You just said we're taking the risk.
Deion kind of didn't take the risk. That's what we don't do in our culture. No, listen. He did for 3 years. That's not enough time. That's not enough time to turn anything around.
But he did though.
Anything wrong?
So no.
My last point. We have more.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm gonna tell you what you guys are saying without saying.
Hold on. The only thing is we don't know the end like goal. So like if Jacksonville next year is not on TV for the next 3 years, he didn't do anything. That's the main point Jay was trying to say. Like, yo, the risk was if I do Amazon in about 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we're gonna be the biggest delivery company in the world. So if you stay at Jacksonville State for 10 years, all of a sudden, Marvin Harrison, all these old retired guys come be coaches. And HBCUs get more views.
What you guys are essentially saying is Deion should have stayed, sacrificed, and not looked out for him until Jackson State. First off,
that's not what I'm saying.
No. You guys are saying it without saying it.
No, I'm saying that I would love to have seen a black man stay and be God to the.
That's asking so much of a human being, bro.
Listen,
time out.
He's not wrong. He's asking a whole.
I let you guys. Let me say.
I want your side for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me say this point. What you guys are essentially saying to me is that Deion should have stayed regardless of the outcome until Jackson State decided to fix the institutional problems that they had, which would then bleed into the other problems that HBCUs have. And all I'm saying is this: that is a lot to ask of one man to fix an institution that's been around since 1877. So the problems that Jackson State had before Deion, the same problems they had while he was there. And all I'm saying is this: if you really cared about if you really cared about this person that's doing so much for you, right? And I'm just going off of the things that I read and heard about. So who's to say those are even the reasons why he left? Mm-hmm. If I really cared about you and I wanted to respect everything that you were doing for me, I'm going to honor the things that you would need to have provided for you to continue to work through the problems that we have. So let's get back to the Amazon thing, right? So you had somebody that was saying, all right, cool, like, I'm going to write your business plan. When her and Jeff Bezos divorced, how much did she get?
Half?
$47 billion, right? And here's the thing, for the initial investment, who knows what the payout was for that initial investment that guy got? Uh-huh. Now, here's what I'm saying. Jeff Bezos got the investments, but there are things that he had to keep doing and producing to show the people that invested in him, hey, this is why your investment is going to be worth that. Mm-hmm. This is why your investment is going to pay off.
True.
And also, too, when people invest, they also get residuals off the deal. So I'm not going to sit here and believe that there were not things that Jeff Bezos was doing to provide some type of residuals to the people that invested. It goes both ways. And all I'm going to say is, in a situation where it's completely one-sided, I'm not going to ask somebody to continue to sacrifice and fix the problems that we've been having.
Can I say my only point?
Go
the
for
point
it.
is, with that is a very bad comparison because one of those.
But you just used it.
No. You're not listening to. You're not. Let me finish. Let me land.
Brother, that joint is
I didn't bring up Amazon. He did. The only reason why it helps us on our side. Right now. No, why it helps us on our side. One culture is suppressed. Okay, that's the main point of it. What are you about to say?
Go for it. Continue.
Continue. Okay, like Jim Bezos was like, he had this backing. Jackson State did not have the backing for Deion. But
Deion had the backing for them, though.
It's not. Where are we coming up with this? Jackson State did nothing for Deion.
No, he's just saying it because that's why he left. Like, we don't know.
No, they didn't do enough for him to stay, is what I'm saying. Which is evident. He left.
I mean, Deion said he was leaving, and he's not blaming everything on Jackson State. That was half of his goal in his head. He wanted to do what every other college football coach does. So it's not like Jackson State didn't do whatever. I know a lot about the situation. He was really mad. He said that the money that they promised the kids weren't going to the football program anymore because the school decided, like, oh, we get way more money than we thought. So they started putting it more into the school also, which to me is not even that crazy. Like, I mean, nobody's keeping it. I understand. You the football coach, y'all made the money, your team should get the money. But then it's like, if the tough decision was we just not going to just give it to the football team, I'm not really too mad at that. Like, you're helping the school. Nothing else, like, everything else is just...
Deion left after 3 years, but the school didn't allocate the money the way that they promised him.
Yes, to the football team, yes. Which, but nobody took the money, like, for themselves. It went to the school still. Which is still, like... And then I really hate that you brought up since 1877. Stop that. Because 1877.
But no, the point I said, no, time out. First off, time out.
It's not even.
See, no, time out. This is where you guys are missing the point. The problems that they've had. So you're asking somebody to stay in an organization that's been around that long. That's the only reason why I said it's been around that long. So you expect one man to fix an entire community that's been around that long and expect him to stay until he sees the end result.
All I'm saying is that...
Wait, but been around, like,
hold on.
when you say been around that long, I'm not counting anything in 1877.
But all I'm saying is that's how long... Here's the thing.
For blacks.
All
like,
I'm saying is that's how long the school's been around. And my thing is this, how long's the football program been around? How long have the problems that Jackson State has been having in recent times?
I don't think anybody knows that.
And that's my point. Nobody knows. So to expect somebody to fix all that, and not only fix it, but to stay until it's fixed is
now this is back
whole lot.
This is back to your can one man do. I was agreeing with you. That is a whole lot to ask. But if you was gonna ask somebody,
that's
just so happened to be Deion to come to you, that like, all right. So if not Deion, if that's a whole lot. So then what? Like, what do we do now? What is the next step?
That's Jackson. That's not Jackson State. That's the HBCU program issue. It's a community issue.
But this is the
that's
thing.
not Howard, because Howard doesn't have those.
But this is the like I heard y'all talking about the black community earlier. What do we do next? Like, as the community, what do we do? Do we just keep trying? Like, if it don't work 3 years, dip?
No. What we have to do as a community is come together, respect one another, and respect each other, so that way, people don't have to fear for their safety on campus. We don't break into people's lockers. We don't break into people's cars. We don't steal chains. We don't steal credit cards.
All that stuff is gonna happen no matter what university.
Okay, cool. So if
it just gets big on TV when it's Jackson State now.
So my thing,
they're gonna talk about the match.
So my thing is this.
And I don't arrive an exact.
So my thing is this. If this is a risk that I'm gonna be taking, and I could go somewhere else, and for honestly, just forget the compensation, but I can do what it is I want to do. Get the resources that I need to get the job done to the level that I want to get it done. I'm out.
Easy way out.
No, anybody in the job market would have done the same.
Is that not? But hold on. I didn't say. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but is it not the easier way out?
No, it's not, because here's the thing.
Why not?
You're
getting everything you wanted in life.
Time out. No. Now here's the thing. With compensation, right? You now have to produce way more results. So here's the thing. Everything that flew with Deion at Jackson State with the SWAC championship, not that that's not important. Guess what? He now has to produce way more now.
I have one question for you. So now, do you not think that the white people are absolutely happy that Deion is not at Jackson State?
No, time out. I'm gonna be real with you. They make I think they make too much money to even care. I don't even think they care.
Wait. I don't think it's not that they care.
It's not.
I think that they are like, whew, thank God he didn't say
no,
that.
time out.
No, only because it is not money wise. Like beating them money wise, that would have took a century. But now I think it's like in there, you just put back in your head like, damn, no matter what we do, it's never gonna be equal. Like basically, it's like saying in my own words, yo, they'll never be able to start their own league because they can't even stick together through hard stuff through 3 years. Black people are never going to be able to start their own league. NBA, you think you can start a new NBA? Ice Cube is trying to, right, with the 3-on-3s, get it more popular. But like now, if he decided just now if Ice Cube goes, yo, I want to sell the big three to the NBA. Would you not look at him how I'm looking at Deion right now? Because that's how I would look at him. I would be like, yo, that's a sellout move.
I'm going to debunk that because here's the thing. Like I said, with investments, it's mutually beneficial. So there must be something
payout.
Okay, cool. It's not even just a payout.
Beats.
Regardless, there's something in that. See, the thing is with Ice Cube is that his thing is all about ownership, which I respect, right? Yeah. So he's going through the growing pains. He's going through the infrastructure, but he's going through the issues that come with building infrastructure. That's different than a job. What Deion had. Time
That's
out.
his job.
No,
the Big Three's not. The Big Three took a minute to get
that's
like
Ice
this.
Cube's business,
But-
not his job. Those are two different
Yes,
things.
but what is
let me
it getting
finish
backed by?
Let me finish my point. Look at all the legendary vets that hopped onto the league. Now,
how many years has it been?
AI was one of the first ones. Joe Johnson was one of the first ones. Jason Williams was one of the first ones. And guess what Joe Johnson was able to get after playing in the Big Three? An NBA contract.
That is true.
Because the point is to still show. Ice Cube said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna give the vets an opportunity to show that they can still ball," which has been working.
But it's also Joe Johnson. Like, regardless of that, like this. Melo got back to the league. Melo ain't go to the Big Three, but guess what? It's still Melo. Like, these people been in the NBA, they did that already. I'm not faulting the Big Three at all. I love the Big Three, but let me tell you what's
being a business owner.
Now let me tell you what's like the Big Three.
Now time out. If it was Deion's school, if it was Deion's football program that he created, that wasn't already there, I see your point. But this was a job.
Yeah, but same thing. So now I'm gonna compare like the Big Three, right? The Big Three. The other thing next to the Big Three right now that white people own is the TBT, right?
Okay.
Now, TBT is bigger and it has more money in it than the Big Three does.
Okay.
But why? There's just more white people on Earth, period, than there is black people. But it's going to take Ice Cube longer than it is going to take whoever, Rob Kenny and them at TBT to build the Big Three than it is going to be TBT because they were able to give out $1 million to the winner day one.
So here's what I'm going to say.
Ice Cube couldn't do that.
We're gonna use that example. So let's use Ice Cube as the business owner, and for example, let's use AI. Let's just use AI, right? Now, let's say the Big Three has all these problems. Oh, we don't pay players. We don't do this. We don't do that. But if we could get AI to come here and do X, Y, Z to revitalize the program and bring sponsorships and all this, and AI says, hey, these are the things that I need to do to be able to give you guys what you're asking for, right? Now, if the Big Three didn't do what they had to do for AI to stay there and AI left to do what it is he wanted to do, okay, fine, because he came over there as a job. Deion did not own the program. He was a contracted employee that did everything that he said he was going to do, which he did, and he exercised his right as an employee to go to a better job opportunity. Now, and I'm going to let you go on this, and we could get to the next point and wrap up. But this is actually a great conversation. So here's what I'm saying. Deion is now going to a bigger market, right? Way bigger market, which means what? Way bigger expectations. Right? So it's not like they're like, hey, bro, just do everything you did over here. No, it's a different ball game now because now you're playing with white people's money, which means the expectations are different, which means you're not allowed to make certain mistakes anymore, which means there's certain results that you have to provide now that you don't have the grace that you probably had at a Jackson State. So that's the risk that he's taking to be over there. So I'm not going to say that like, oh, it's going to be, all rainbows and unicorns over Colorado. There's still work that has to be done there. And that's what I'm saying. I think they saw what he did with their program. It's not like he took a job at Alabama or Ohio State. It was Colorado.
This almost got something to do with it, but don't. The only thing is, God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen, but let's say Deion fails at Colorado and they end up firing him. You know who's going to have Deion's back still? The black community, no matter what. 100%. Black people, no matter how many times you mess up, they'll be jokes about it. Like, oh, now this thing gonna come back. But at the end of the day, the white people not gonna care about Deion no more. It's gonna be the black people that he gotta fall back on. That's why it's so I just would want him to finish his contract only because
I think
when you fall back,
if he left anyway.
Nah, because
but the same people that are mad about it are the black people.
We mad because we wanted him. It's not like
for the people that are mad, this is a question. This is a question for the people. Okay, this is a question for the people that we're gonna wrap up. After this, I think every black person that's mad about Deion leaving should start donating to the school. If money is a big problem, I think everybody that's mad about Deion leaving start donating to the school.
I'm about to
Black people with no money.
$25 a month, bro. Come on.
Here we go. Hold on, I'm about to stop you because I feel like we're on the same team, right? So
we are.
So you can do that with any sport, okay? Steph Curry's job, to drop 30 a game. While someone off the bench, it's not your job to do that. You have a different role. You're just setting screens. You're just rebounding. So
That's why, to help Jay's point, Deion was Steph Curry. He was the guy. He was the guy to help HBCUs uplift, right? Hold on.
Our job was to tune in.
Exactly. So now you're saying, but then you're saying,
That's
what it
was.
I have a different
And
job.
that's what we
No,
did.
that's for real. I have a different job, bro. I do summer kids every day. Okay, so I do my job for our community. But the people are like, oh, we need to do this and this when there's other people to do it. Deion Sanders, sorry, I keep saying that, was the messenger, bro. For people, he was the guy. And only because he was a Hall of Famer from the NFL. Like, and the white people literally got him out of there because they saw, oh, this might become a thing. Then HBUs might be on the rise because 3 years is not enough. It takes a long time to get there.
So time out. Something to support.
No, time out. So answer me this. You guys keep making it an HBCU thing. Is it Jackson State or the entire HBCU program that you wanted him to say?
But he
did.
Jackson State. For me, Jackson State, because Eddie George is in the HBCU and they love him at his school.
Okay, great.
They love him. He's doing great over there. But it's Eddie George and Deion.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
It takes time.
Eddie George, like, me and you might know Eddie George, but you go off the street, they might not know who Eddie George is.
He gave everything that he said he would do because you guys are underestimating everything he accomplished in 3 years.
I'm not underestimating.
That's why I'm just like, it's basically like black people want something to cheer for. Now that it's going, it's like,
but we don't need Deion to cheer for Jackson State. That's our problem as a community. We should already be doing that. That's my point.
But did you? But
that's my point.
Stop, because like we didn't know Jackson State.
But that's our fault, though.
No,
that school's been around for 1877.
I'll tell you one thing about black people: if you not winning, we not rocking.
That's our fault. That's not Deion's fault. That's a community thing. That goes back to my point.
Yo, everybody starts something by themselves, and when you get on, people support you. You need that support. That's what it is in life.
That's our problem. If our thing
what
is
haven't we supported that black people got onto? Like, yo, if it's a good product, we just believe in good products. Right?
So
every black person believes in good
education
products.
Having a sports program is not something worth
well,
celebrating.
no, because there's still black people that go to the Jackson State regardless of him going there or not.
So my thing is this: they
like,
have an alumni program. They don't even support their own school. That's not Deion's fault.
I mean, if they don't have the money to, I understand. That's way different.
Money.
But like the school is
so
like
nobody,
you said it's been there since 1877. So obviously, like money's doing that,
bro.
I see both sides.
But obviously, like if you bring that up, you can't say that. Like if it's still there, then obviously somebody's giving money. But then again, like how many people attend that school that have money now after graduating that can donate versus how many people go to Penn State that can graduate that can throw money.
So my thing is this. How many? So you mean to tell me that no one can donate to that school whatsoever?
Not enough to change the program.
But it's not enough people doing it. That's my point.
Wait. You said not enough.
So here's we're gonna wrap up on this. We're gonna really wrap up on this because here's the thing.
The school is still up.
No, here's the thing.
Nobody. People donate.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing that you guys are missing the point. I think you guys are expecting me to be like, oh, who's in it? Everybody should be donating all this type of money, bro. If a whole bunch of people donated just a little bit, that little bit adds up.
The school is still up there. They're still
graduating. But they still have problems with the football program. My thing is this. If you mean to tell me the person that is bringing revenue, not just to the football program, but to the school, and you promised that you would donate it back, you would reinvest it back into the program.
3 years is not enough.
Oh,
it's not. It's not.
The school been up, and he's been in 3 years. The money they just got.
I'm about to make a huge point.
No, you're not, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I said it was
because look, you're comparing a big white school compared to an HBCU.
I said that a lot of people gave a little bit.
Then you leave.
Okay, no, time out. Reg, we're gonna end up. What's on your feet, bro? What's on your feet?
There you go.
No. Time out. No, but it's a community thing. It's a community.
You are right, but you have to say
Jordan is on his feet. I need to hit a point. I want to
hit. Can I please?
Jordan.
How much does those cost?
200 probably.
All right. These cost me $500. How much do those cost?
I don't know why you pay.
Crocs.
Yeah.
These cost me $70.
All right. So what was the most expensive pair of sneakers that you ever bought?
$250 for some phone posits.
Okay. How many people out there spent that kind of money on sneakers?
Huh?
How many? I'm just asking.
A lot of people. A lot of people that don't have.
So if a lot of people that really cared about these, if a lot of people gave a little bit, that little bit adds up. So the fact that hardly anybody is giving anything, that's not a Deion thing. No. That's a community thing.
I just don't get where we're getting that information from.
Look at the schools, the problems that they're having.
Yeah, but like the school is still, it's not like the school went out of business or something like that.
But
like kids are still graduating there.
And people are graduating and not giving back to the level that it's more than that. To the point where that they have to take money from the football program and divvy it out to the rest of the school.
Well, because look, it's not like people didn't give money to them. They were getting money, not as much as they did when Deion got there.
Jesus
too
much, bro.
Once
Deion want martyrs. Nah, look, once Deion got there was just way more money that came in than they were getting before. Rightfully so.
Jared, you're not gonna.
What's called left Duke, but Duke is not gonna have as many supporters now after he left. They're going to maybe rock for 1 year, see if they still winning, but that's what comes with the territory. So if there's supporters,
really cared, we would support with or without Deion.
But that's what I'm saying. There was support there, but now Deion is there. You
support there, but now Deion is there. You have Deion waiters there.
Dang,
yeah. I mean Deion. He got me saying Deion waiters. Right, Sanders there, right?
You're not gonna tell me that a white school that has people that graduate that probably gives them a higher risk to get a better paying job.
Just look at what happens when the Cavs.
That's why I said if a lot gave a little. You guys keep thinking I'm saying big.
I'm telling you that is not.
That's like saying
in 3 years you're not getting my point.
That's like saying
you know what? We're gonna.
If you look at the numbers,
this is why I do this by myself.
If you look at the numbers,
you're not making.
That's like saying donate to the Cavs once LeBron leaves because LeBron out there.
You guys keep saying 3 years, which goes back to my point that you guys wanted Deion to take on everything to make the school better outside of the things that he was within his control.
When you're a Hall of Famer and you have a retired player that's going to set you up for life,
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Every NFL. What are you talking about?
How do you know that?
What do you mean?
How do you know that?
It's literally in the contracts when you go.
So you saw the contract?
The only people that support bad things still is the New York Knicks. It don't matter who play for them. The Knicks is going to sell out, right? But before LeBron got to the Cavs, nobody on earth cared about the Cavs. LeBron got there, cool, they rock. Once LeBron left, guess what? Ticket sales went right back down. Now, do you want those people that were supporting it when LeBron was there to still support it when LeBron left?
But here's the thing: if you know that as an organization, right, and you know this guy's about to leave. First off, you should have fired the bull that slept with his mom. That's number one, but that's a conversation for another day. But here's my thing. My point is this. If you cared about the investment that much, you would have done everything in your power to get them to stay if you understood that was the power that they had over your program.
That is correct, but you have to say, I always say it's the same point. I've never had this before. No, because I see both sides. There's too many variables.
They ain't rock with him no more.
There's too many variables. Bro. There's too many variables. And in 3 years of people donating a little was not enough. Bro, that's all I'm saying. My 3 years to corrupt the people that
if we talk about this in 5 years and Deion came back, I'm gonna be right here. This is like I was saying, right?
I'm not mad at him for leaving. That's all I'm saying.
I would just like him to have finished what he started. So if your contract was 4 years and that's what you signed up for, no matter what it was, if you would have finished it, this conversation would have
We would have been here. Oh, he should have renewed.
No. I'm not like that. I would have been like this. He finished what he started. You was a man of your word. You said you was gonna do this for 4 years. You did this for 4 years.
But he did it in 3.
No. You were gonna coach. You still have to coach. That's part of the contract. Coaching the football.
But there must have been something in the contract that allowed him to opt out.
No, he just took the job because he wasn't really getting paid anyway.
But my thing is, it's a job. That's it. At the end of the day, it's a job.
Thank you.
You say that. Go ahead. No, we've been talking. You go ahead.
How would you be?
We've been talking, bro. I mean, I'm saying it is a job, but it's like if you go back, like say you retired and you go back, then it's a little different because what is it about? That's what I'm saying.
Your mom and pops owns the store downstairs. You used to work there as a kid. Maybe it wasn't that popping. You got popping. You went to the NFL. You're a big superstar. You retired. Now you come back to the store. The store get popping because they know you there all the time, right? You sitting there helping out, whatever, blah, 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 and then you just leave, and then the store goes right back to, less numbers because you left, right? So I'm not saying it's your fault, but what I'm saying is it was your fault. You went back there. Now, people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah's here.
We going there because he's there.
I hope you
now when you leave,
every toxic little pain.
And now when you leave, right? I'm not even saying you can't pay. You just there really to be the face of the store. Now when you leave and you're not the face no more again, and the store goes back down in numbers, right? The people like that own it are gonna be upset because yo, you just left. Now if you told them, yo, I'm gonna be here for 4 years. Right. I got you for 4 years. 5 more and you leave after 3. Right? Now they thinking you was gonna be there 4 years. You left after 3. You did. They're gonna be upset. So it's everybody. Bro. Like, yo, he leaving. I'm not going there no more.
So my thing is, what accountability are we gonna put on the institution for not doing what they had to do to get him to stay?
Well, just remember what I said first. All I ever wanted him to do was finish his contract. That's it. That's what I said. As a man, finish the contract. If he finished the contract and then he leaves, he's free to go wherever he wanted to go. You done.
So even if he did another year and he left, you're saying I wouldn't.
My whole mind changes because now it's like you didn't lie, right? You was a man of your word. That's me. I'm a man of my word, right? And I think every black man should be. Because what are you without your word? So if you say, yo, I'm gonna be here 4 years. Now you came to my crib and you told my mom, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna be there for this season for your son. I'm recruiting him. He gonna come play for me. And then by the time the season starts, I found out, yo, he left. I'm mad. Now I'm not even going there no more because I was only going there because you told me that you was going to be there, you was going to coach my son. Now we got to look at other options because we was only going there for you. So now that kid doesn't go there. That high recruit not going there no more because he left. So that's a whole nother year that you could have had with him that you could have seen what rocked out. I get it. He's not the man. He doesn't have to do this, but I'm just saying 1 more year to finish your contract that you started, that you signed for, right? You did that. You came to Jackson State and wanted to be the coach, right? Jackson State ain't called Deion. They probably only got his number. Jackson State ain't called up Deion and say, yo, we need you to come coach for 4 years. No, Deion went to Jackson State. Deion brought his son there. Deion got those players there. So yes, I am expecting Deion to be there for the 4 years that he told me he was going to be there for.
But did he?
Now hold on.
Everything that he said he.
But now hold on. Since Deion came there and Deion did all of that by himself, now if I'm at school, I may not have the resources or ever did this. There could be something new to my job I never did before that they asked me to do. I simply haven't learned the ability to do what he's asking me yet. Now, after the 4 years and then he leaves, it's completely my fault. You can't even say nothing about that. But you leaving after 3.
Because he left after his first year.
It changes things.
It does change things.
Now you still got a year less.
It does. I'm giving credit. Yo, he's a retired NFL Hall of Famer. Wait, let me say my point. Dang.
I'm just saying for I would have just loved for him to finish what he told me.
Let me say his point.
I don't want to get your attention, bro.
No, say your point, bro.
Just like you work at a job right now when you retire, there's a retirement plan. When you're in the NFL and these pro athletes, they have a retirement plan. And you're a Hall of Famer, and you already had endorsements. So that's why we're trying to say it's not about the money. And like Jay said, he went there. They didn't call him, right? So you already know, because this has been a problem for, you just said, since 87. So he can obviously see these have been going on. Why are people not going there? We know why. It's not dumb. So it was kind of his responsibility, and he needed to finish the 4 years. It'd be different if Deion didn't have the money. If he was coming off of, I burnt all my money on gambling. I'm not a face. I'm not this. I don't have no bread.
That was a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't see what he went there. So it's all right. What did you think you was getting into when you decided to sign up for this?
You guys were
they didn't
problem, but they got it for 4 years.
He went to the problem and was like, yo.
But my thing
you can't even.
So here's where.
How was my point is, how was Deion mad if you signed up for that?
But my thing is this. First off, I'm going to preface it with this. He did everything he said he was going to do. In 4 years, he did in 3. That's number 1. Number 2, we all said we don't know what was said and what was going on. True. So we got to say that too. So my thing is this. We don't know what was said or not said that caused him to leave. All I'm saying is this. If JSU really wanted him to stay, they would have done whatever it is that he needed them to do to get him to stay. And before we say the money, go back to point number 2. We all admitted that we don't know what was said or not said, so we can't even say it was the money.
All I'm saying is that I know that he has it.
That's not the point.
That's
not the point.
That's the
Deion
main
also
point.
had
Because he
a lot
left for more money.
Time out.
He didn't go to the HBCU. He went
They
to
offered him
one
more
year
money.
for $4 million.
But $5 million.
Even worse. You're helping my point. If he went to another HBCU, then I'd be like, all right. Or if he went to another school that getting the same contract, now I'm back at you.
Y'all just wanted this man to suffer till things got better. Now that's exactly what it comes to.
Is that what he was going through? He was having mad. Give me my theme music.
That's the thing. I'm not so sure.
Time out. But
I don't know.
Didn't his son get robbed on campus?
That is true.
Okay,
regardless, yeah.
Yo,
he go to all white school.
You ever been to Temple?
Right, come on.
You went to Temple?
I went to Temple, yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. So
getting robbed on campus is not just this.
That's a college thing.
That's a thing on college campuses.
Come on.
Stop.
Come on.
So you're comparing
getting robbed in your dorm. No, I'm talking about any school in the nation. Getting robbed on campus is a thing. You go to a school where thousands of people go.
Black folks have a Messiah
complex.
complex. That's what this whole thing just reminded me. We really have a Messiah complex because that's everything that keeps boiling down to is that he should have did more and took less. That's what this keeps boiling down to.
I only said it because he was a retired Hall of Famer.
But who was still very
That's all I'm
active in
saying.
his career. He had broadcasting. I think he was coaching high school. There's
More money.
other things
More
that
money.
but here's the thing, you guys,
What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food, dog? Right? Pizza. Imagine I said, yo, I came here, you was dying. Yo, here's your slice. You went to go reach for it? Yo, give me that. You're not eating this. You're gonna be like, yo, why would you do all that? Why would you come here with the pizza for me?
One, I never met you till today. So
but even if somebody else,
that's number one.
Why would you come?
All right, no, time out. Let's use a pizza example. All right, hey, you come with a whole pie, right?
Why would you give me some shit if I can't
No, time out.
To Kevin Garnett. Yeah, right? Like,
time out. Let's
you
use
show me something I can't have.
Let's use a pizza example, right? Hey, bro, listen, you like pepperoni? All right, I can't give you pepperoni, but I could give you cheese. But if you have me on a few more episodes of your podcast, you know what? I'll start bringing the pepperoni pizza, right? All right, cool. So I'm dealing with the fact that fuck cheese. I hate pineapple pizza. No, let me finish.
Wait. I know. I want you to finish, but I want you to keep one thing in mind. That instead of me telling you what pizza I have, you're coming to me and somebody that doesn't make pizza and asking me to make you the pizza.
Okay, cool. So perfect. Let's say that. Listen, this is what I'm trying to do, right? If you could I'm going to invest everything that I need to invest in you to eventually you make the best pepperoni pizza in the world, right? In order for me to come here and give you these services, these are the things I'm asking for in return. Now, I do everything that I said I was going to do for you, right? Now it's time for me to get what's due to me, and I don't get it. Why would I stay? Why would we continue to do business with one another? That's what it is at the end of the day that we don't want to admit it's still business.
Because it's bigger than you.
That's a good note to end.
Messiah complex, bro. But that being said, guys, I really appreciate, Feek, I was booing the whole time. You get a couple round of applause. Now, I really enjoy this dialogue and conversation. But no, seriously, Merc, next time you can be talking some more, bro. You're a little too quiet for me. But no, I appreciate you guys. So feel free to follow all of us on our Instagrams, which are going to be listed below. And honestly, I think this is a setup that I'm down to have for the unforeseeable future. So stay tuned for more collabs. So until next time.